Hello, everyone. This is my course project 2 for managing ML projects. My name is Siddharth, and today I'm going to present a topic on which machine learning can be utilized. And let's get to it. My project topic is a job recommendation, a prediction system for experienced candidates, focusing on fitment and compatibility. Uh, I chose this topic because I came across this on a personal front too, and also through my peers who were facing an issue uh, after gaining a certain number of years of experience. Um, Finding the right job is just more than about getting it. It's about more about fitment. It's about compatibility. And is this a problem? I think yes, it is. uh, because currently job predictions are based upon criterias like education, your experience, the keywords which have been provided, but there is more to it. So and why I say that this process is very simple in nature, but it undervalues latent learning, and there are a lot of false positives. Can machine learning help solve it? Yes, because machine learning can access historical data. It can capture user patterns, it can capture behavior, and with the right feature selection it can actually help solve that problem, and it can be unique to every job seeker out there. Two primary users: job seekers and job posters. Now, when I say that job seekers are facing this issue, similarly job posters or the companies are also inundated with thousands of CVs, and they have to go through it manually or through any application tracking system. So the problem is on both the ends. I have applied the CRISP DM process here. My target users for this project will be job seekers with a minimum experience of X years, and employers seeking experienced candidates. It matters because there is a huge cost associated in hiring, joining a misfit. If in case the person is not suitable for the job, and that is realized after the person has been onboarded, it impacts the company's image, and more so, it also impacts the moral and the experience for a job seeker. Currently, it is done through application history. It's sort of a manual process. Irrelevant jobs are being sent to job seekers. They don't match the expectations. Even if we keep us aside hygiene factors like salaries and all, it doesn't suit the skill sets, or what is actually said and what is actually done on ground are two different things. Companies also receive applications which don't match the job skills, so there has to be some sort of guardrails, and all of these results in lowering the retention and engagement. I have tried to define the success here for this project. It would be ensuring that the job recommendations lead to better discoverability and job application. There should be a satisfaction metric for job seekers and job posters alike, to have that feeling that what the jobs which they are receiving are actually aligned to what they're actually looking forward to. There are certain constraints. Job recommendations will have to be close to real time and dependent upon the information provided by job seekers and employers. So it's a dependency. Of course, for like any machine learning platform, more the data, the better it is. But uh, it all depends. It's a constraint there because a job seeker also needs to ensure that the profile is completed, and a job poster, the company which is actually reaching out to job seekers, they need to ensure that the job description is up to date and actually reflects the work which is expected. Impact metrics, the outcome would be improvement of quality job application for job seekers, and the output I'm expecting is job predictions, the root mean square error to be less than a certain figure. So now these figures are all actually uh, I've not taken in account. This is just a hypothetical scenario. Success targets: Y% increase from the baseline. So there has to be a baseline based on historical data. in job applications from the recommended job section, which leads to X% decrease in irrelevant job applications. So, the idea behind this is that there are a lot of relevant folks who actually apply to jobs, but their CVs or their resumes get lost amongst thousands of irrelevant applications too. Identifying factors which I have highlighted are job seeker details, the resume details, CV details, job description, company details, job application history. This is something which I want to take in into as a feature because uh, it kind of the jobs which a user is applying to is also an indicator that what kind of jobs they're looking forward to. The market conditions, there has to be some sort of indicators which needs to take into consideration what the job market is out there right now. And company reviews, this is important because this also results in cultural misfit. So um, uh, it could be based upon the reviews, the online reviews which users have provided for a particular company and for a particular role, and the kind of companies a job seeker has previously worked in, what were their reviews and what was the process for hiring in those companies. A solution validation plan which I've come up with is a data collection. Of course, this will require a lot of data to be collected: job posting, resume, skills, user behavior, company reviews, market conditions, state of job creation. Are there more jobs? What's the nature of demand and supply? Data processing, a lot of structured data would have to be transformed into, a lot of unstructured data would have to be transformed into structured data, pardon me. And all this data will have to be cleaned and processed. The machine learning models, I think natural language processing, recommendations, and algorithm based on supervised and unsupervised learning will be applied here. Feedback on the basis of the recommendations which are provided to these job seekers, a feedback needs to be continuously taken in terms of a satisfactory score, which can then be again reused to train the model to improve its accuracy. In all of this, I need to ensure that there are no biases. The algorithm will have to be trained to handle bias and improve upon DEI, that is diversity, equality, and inclusivity. Continuing on the solution validation plan, I would like to run certain experiments with the model to define the KPIs like open rates, job match, time to first contact, and run different experiments to test the algorithms and compare it with the predefined thresholds, which is based on the historical data. Model training, run a test to see how the model performs against historical data, as I said, and check the fairness of the data when once all the data is parsed. We'll have to keep on continuously monitoring the system performance to see the accuracy and the bias, evaluate the fairness of the model, and then post a definitive time period for this experiment. We can do an impact assessment. Post an A/B testing where you take a control and a treatment group. We can see the impact on the model on job recommendations for experienced candidates. Moving on to the ML system design, it will be cloud based because all of that data which is being collected, they need to be stored on the cloud because it's scalable. It can be utilized for data analysis. It's a central storage, and it also provides security. And I feel that it will be online training. It has to be real time because I'm taking into factors a lot of company reviews, which are a lot of variables like company reviews, market conditions, and also what the information of a job seeker and a job poster are providing. They can actually change it. It also minimizes latency, and hence I've not gone with an offline training platform. Potential risks: data drift, features of job seekers, job listing change over time, but the underlying rules for matching remain the same. So, uh, what job seekers are looking forward to, what job postings are coming, that can change. There can be a concept drift as well. An accurate match, the definition of a good match or an accurate match or an experienced candidate can change, and a data skew. So, the distribution of the data for the model on which it has been trained, that could be different from uh, the live online live data which is actually coming into the experiment model. These are some of the potential risks. And yes, that's about it. Thank you so much. I hope I'm able to explain the concept and make it good. Thank you.